Hey everyone, Styles here, also known as the Pony. Welcome back to some more Simpsons Hit Run. Like I know I did say something about not doing it, but of course editing me said I was going to do another video. And the reason why, we have some cheats. We have some really interesting cheat codes here, and yeah, we have some really interesting cheat codes. I thought there weren't any interesting ones, but there actually are. But the reason why I'm talking like this is because I had to do this in post-commentary. Yeah. It's really interesting, because my the commentary corrupted. But anyways, these cheat codes, the only way to access them is by going to the options menu. And our first code, which should be popping up soon, is right here, the extra camera views. So, and also if you heard that beep, the beep is actually the horn. That basically proves that you got it right. If you hear the horn, that means your cheat code is all set. But I never showed these camera options. Basically, you have the near follow cam, you have the far follow cam, which is the one you usually use, and then you have the bumper cam. I never showed these. So, yeah. I didn't think they actually existed in the game. It's interesting. I didn't think these options actually existed, but I never looked. And then there's also the comedy cam, which is, I believe, one of the newer ones you get via the cheat code. So it looks like this. It's a really nice camera view. It's pretty interesting. I mean, I don't know. I think it'd be pretty nice. It's a pretty nice little camera view, you know, just looking behind you, pretty close. I always thought it was always, like, right behind, like, right, just looking at your character like that. You also have that camera view for, like, the jumping and stuff. It's kind of interesting. But as our next camera view will be the spy cam. Basically, looking up from above, looks like, but it actually looks like right there. It's basically one of those, like, I don't know, like, some kind of replay camera, let's say. Like, almost like a replay. It's almost like a replay camera. Like, you know, like one of those replay cameras you see in, like, normal racing games and stuff. It's kind of like that, except it's actually live. So, yeah, it's like it's almost like that cinematic camera from Grand Theft Auto. It's almost like that. The cinematic camera view from Grand Theft Auto, it's almost like that. So, yeah. And I'm pretty sure these are, like pre-made, so like there's cameras that's already there, stuff like that. But next we have the chase cam. The chase cam basically looks up from above, almost like a helicopter. It almost looks like a helicopter looking at your character down below, and it actually does zoom in closely when you stop. Like when you stop or go slow or something, it basically does zoom in. But I believe it doesn't follow you into the power plant, which is, yeah, like it's so right there. It zooms in right as soon as you, like, stop and stuff. You can also see outside the boundaries and stuff. You can see, like, pretty interesting things, especially inside the power plant. Like, you can see right here. Look at this. I thought it would actually zoom in there, but it doesn't. It really doesn't. So you wouldn't be able to see a thing. But next we have the cull cam. The cull cam basically looks behind your car like so. I believe it faces north, maybe? I don't know. It might face a certain direction. I think that's probably what it is. But it faces a certain direction of your car. Basically making it so that you only can see that direction. And of course it doesn't follow your car. And I decided here I'm just going to wait until I go outside the power plant to check the rest, because there's actually a couple of them that you kind of need a lot of space in order to do. So just waiting until I drive out here, because my driving isn't really going to be that good because of the whole not being able to see kind of thing. But our next camera view here we got is the tracker cam. There's also a little hint of the debug cam, but there's the tracker cam, which basically stays right here, but it actually moves. It actually moves a little, depending on where you are, and it follows you. It's really interesting. I like it. Yeah, it's a really nice camera view. It almost reminds me of, like, one of those, like, you kind of see a couple of these sometimes in, like when it stops, like, you know, the It's almost like the Mario 64, like when Lakitu stops and stuff. It's almost like that. But I've seen a couple of this, maybe possibly on like a machinima or something. I think, I don't know. But next we have is the debug cam, which basically just stops right here. The camera does not move. So you kind of see one of these like for like, I don't know really how to exactly just describe this camera view, but I would say it's more so like one of those camera views where it's just like your character just stays in one place, and well, the little thing, your camera stays in one place while your character is doing a bunch of other stuff in front of the camera. It's really interesting. It's more so also useful in like machinimas and stuff, like I say. But also we have our next code right here, which is the grid view, which is shown right there. All the little buttons you need to press in order to activate the codes. And then there's also the speedometer, which is shown on the top of the mini-map there. Grid view is pretty much obvious. It's like that. It's very obvious. You can see it. And the speedometer basically has that little number, and that's it. That's literally all it is. It's just a number that increases, basically, you know, or decreases depending on the speed of the speed or velocity of your character or car. Basically, just like that. Well, it's actually more so your character, since your character does actually gain speed when they jump. Not when they walk, which is weird, but only when they jump. It's kind of interesting. But yeah. But this whole grid mode thing, like I'll show right about now, I think. Yeah, right here. Basically, when it goes too much in the PS2 version, it will lag. And it was actually pretty funny when I saw that. I was like, holy crap, that frame rate. But here is our third code, which you'll or no, our fourth code, since I already talked about our third code. Our fourth code right here, which is that little car right there. It's called the Red Brick Car, and it's actually only available if you have 100% of the game complete. It's one of the codes that only activate when you have 100% of the game. And it's actually a very interesting one, because this is the reason why I actually wanted to do this more so than anything. Well, one of the reasons. Because there's these 100% requirements on the codes. And I feel like that would be pretty interesting to show off, especially since I actually gained 100%. But this Red Brick Car is basically based on a Lego brick model. I'm not sure if it was in the regular Simpsons, but I know it was in the Simpsons Road Rage, a previous game made by them. So, made by, you know, of course, Radical Entertainment. So, yeah. I'm not sure if if it was actually in an episode of The Simpsons, but I do know it's here. So, you can see that right here. But then here's our last code, which is the most important one of them all, which is right here. If you hold down if you press L or R1 when you go into your vehicle selection, you can actually access the hidden vehicle selection screen, but only after you use this cheat code right here. Also, again, it only works if you have 100%. You can also access the Red Brick Car as well from this, which I didn't know about until I actually did this, access the cheat code here. Again, only works if you have 100%, so make sure you've... So basically, if you followed my playthrough all the way till the end, then you are perfectly fine. You're able to get these little items. Basically, most of these little cars are for... Most of these cars are actually from, like, the actual game. Like, the games, like, the cars you've actually seen. Like, the Bone Storm truck you saw earlier, and now this glass truck. Yeah, it's really interesting. I don't know, it's really, really interesting. And that's actually the only way to access some vehicles that were actually in other levels. Like this Vote Quimby truck, for example, that would be in, you know, in Bart's level, in the downtown Springfield level. It's kind of like that. It's really interesting. You can actually access vehicles from other levels in this little cheat code, which is really nice. It is really nice. And also, I was kind of thinking that, like, there was a little thing you can do with the Vote Quimby truck, which You actually can. I just didn't notice it. But there's that mini school bus right there, basically from this level. You got the pizza van, which is basically, you know, the surveillance van, but disguised as a pizza delivery guy, which basically started in level 2, because, you know, the whole after level 1 thing kind of thing. The nuclear waste truck, which basically started in level 4, I think? Yeah. Yeah, it was level 4. Yeah. And then there's a couple more going on here. There's a lot more vehicles here. The Itchy and Scratchy movie truck from the Harbor, Springfield. I believe that's called the Harbor. I think it is. But yeah, it's Itchy and Scratchy movie right here. So there's that. We got the ice cream truck, which actually makes an interesting sound. I'm not sure if we actually seen the ice cream truck. That's the thing that's interesting. But you can hear this. It's a really nice sound. I actually do like that sound for the ice cream truck. But that made me think that there could have been something for the Itchy and Scratchy as well as the Volquimby, which there actually is. Not for the Itchy and Scratchy truck, because the Itchy and Scratchy truck is normal. I thought it would actually play something. But the Volquimby truck, however, as you will hear. Yeah, the Volquimby truck actually plays the Volquimby when you use your horn. So it's mostly a horn kind of thing. Then there's the drunken garbage truck, as I call it, from level 5's mission. You know what I mean? If you actually seen it. You got the fish van from the level 3 as well, from the harbor area. So you got that. You know, it's just a fish van. It's not really that special. Let's see what else we got. You got the Burns armored truck, the armored truck as well from the same area, from the casino. It's pretty alright. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's the same as the other armored truck, so yeah. You got the ambulance, of course. And now here we go. We're going to be accessing the level 7 vehicles like the witch broom. You can also access those. The hollow hearse, the ghost ship. And I believe there's one more, which will be the coffin car, yeah. So, yeah, you can access all those. You can access the taxi here. You can access the SUV. But the thing about these generic vehicles is that they're basically going to be the same color. They're basically going to be gray. Mostly because I believe when they make those colors and all that, I believe it's just like, it's a change of certain, what am I thinking? It's like a change of color or something. Like when they change, like, they just do random colors for, whoops, I'm sorry if I actually hit my mic there. But it's like a change of color for each vehicle. And I believe maybe there is a little difference there between the two sports cars. When I was doing this in my normal commentary, I didn't think there was a difference, but there might be. I'm not sure. But there's definitely a difference with those sedans. There's definitely a difference there. You got the pickups. You got the pickup here. I'm basically looking at all these because of reasons. I thought that was a little weird there, but there isn't. The minivan here. It's pretty interesting. But it's really interesting where you can see all these, and then you can see all the different colors for each of the other cars. I don't know why there's no way to actually do that, like to change the color, but it's alright. It's alright to just be able to see all these. Of course, you got the surveillance van, which is actually a car we've already used. You got the police car, which I didn't notice, but it's actually a different police car, which I noticed eventually. Then you got the non-uplets, which I believe is from the Shelbyville mission. So, yeah. I think that is. Looks like it is. You got the nerd car, of course, which I already bought, of course. The milk truck, which was from level 6. The bonus mission on level 6, which, you know, you had to destroy it. You got the limo, which I already own. Krusty's limo, you got the hearse. And then here it is. Here is the main reason. Because you are able to access the Black Ferrini using this cheat code. Yeah, it's really interesting. You were able to access the Black Ferrini here. It's a really nice thing to do, and yeah, you can actually see it. And when you be able to drive it, you can actually tell it's almost similar. It's very similar to the red Farini, and yeah, it's really nice. It's really nice that this car is here, and yeah, I'm actually able to drive it. And it was really nice. I did not know I was actually able to, but I actually read up on the Black Farini, and that's how I found it out. And it was crazy. Oh yeah, also here's the Q van, which I didn't know that was a thing, because you don't usually see that. I don't think you ever see that in the game. But there is these cell phone cars, which are kind of weird since you see how big, like, some of the hitboxes are. It's really weird, but you got a green one, you got a purple one, you got an orange one here, and then you got the blue one, which are really nice cars. Then you are able to also access all the secret vehicles in the game, like the Speed Rocket, the RC buggy, the 50s car, oh, I think I just wanted to see it real quick. The big wheel truck. Here, the monster truck, as they kind of should have called it, but oh well. The monorail car. So the night boat, like so, and the ATV. So all the hidden vehicles in each of the levels, and you're also able to access the other version of Grandpa's vehicle, the World War II vehicle with the rocket from the final mission in the game. But then here I realized that there's like 2 different police cars. I didn't notice that until just now. And here it is. Here's the other version of the police car. It's kind of similar to the police car in, like, the police car you have to buy, but yeah, you're able to just access it right here. It's those police cars that you usually see during the hit and run, like when you get hit and run. But I think that's about all. Yeah, that is about all. You got all these cars. I'm just looking to see if there was anything here. But mostly there really isn't. So yeah. It's a really nice cheat code. I mean, I really do like this cheat code. And this is when I realize it's already over. But yeah. It's a really, really nice cheat code, and I honestly just for the cheat code, I would say it's worth getting 100%. For me, that is. But I'm gonna pick this cell phone card. I believe C. Yeah, because of the purple. I like the purple. Looks pretty cute on it. And then you can also hear the sound that it actually plays as well, because you don't normally hear that in the game. You don't normally hear that cell phone sound really. You normally just hear the like a mission music that you usually would hear, and that's mostly about it. But yeah, that's about it for the Simpsons Hit Run. Again, I thank you all so much for watching, and honestly, I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I really do. Because as much as I do have suffered a little bit sometimes in the game, I really don't really mean any of that at all. Like, I really do enjoy this game. So yeah. So, that's about all for this game, so I've been Styles, also known as the Pony, and I see you all in the next Let's Play.